All right, so we decided to take a backpacking trip up the Trapper Creek Loop. It's an 18-mile loop. You climb about 3,800 feet up to a fire watchtower. We took trail number 192 to start with, and we were going to go a mile and then we were going to camp somewhere, but you can see how much vegetation and how steep everything was that we couldn't find a place even to set up our tent. So there was a cabin close by, so we decided to go crash in their front yard. The sign on the cabin said welcome, so we decided to make ourselves welcome. We stayed for the night, but we got up early the next day and got on the trail. Once you get to the top, there's only one place to camp. It's called Berry Camp. There was not a lot of room there, and I didn't even know where the water was, but we found the water. Then the next day, we went and hiked up to the observation tower, another 500-foot climb with amazing views. They had a fire back in, I believe it was 2015, to burn up quite a bit of the hillside. Part of the climb that you did was through a burnt area, which, if you haven't done before, is pretty unique. If you look throughout these mountains, you'll see gray sections. Those are sections that were burnt on the fire. Yum, 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 yum. It got so hot that it melted the glass in the windows. Back at our camp that first night, the clouds came in and hit the top of the trees, condensed on the trees and dripped on our tents. It sounded like we were sleeping in rain, but when you get up, it wasn't rain. It was just dripping trees from the clouds that made them wet. It was pretty amazing. Hiking out, doing the loop out, it's about 10 miles down, and it has some pretty steep switchback areas that we had to go through. And It was brutal coming down. There was some river crossings and some snags and some interesting parts of the trail and some huge old growth forest. That part was pretty neat. This tree was absolutely mammoth. This part of the trail was pretty scary. There was a steep downhill and you had to sneak between these two trees. made it. It was tough. Going uphill was hard. Coming downhill was even harder. But it was a great trip, one we won't soon forget.